Hello there.
Hello.
You may notice I have a lovely person here with me tonight. Their name is Iain, and they will be teaching me how to play Yu-Gi-Oh!, which is a card game that I had the opportunity to learn back when I decided instead I wanted to learn how to play Magic. So, yeah.
Hi. For everyone in my chat, I got Haru with me. Haru's a lovely individual. Uh, and we're gonna be doing some good old-fashioned Yu-Gi-Oh!
Mm-hmm.
And Dueling Book is going to be atrocious for me. I can see already. Thanks, Dueling Book. Dueling Book is a wonderful program that's terrible. All right, I'm going to set up the game.
Okay.
We'll just go into a regular game, and then we'll be able to go from there.
Mhm.
Password's gonna be game on, and hopefully you'll be the only one going in.
Alright.
It'll be in the unlimited section, so just look for that.
Okay. Ooh. There's so many options. Would it be in Duelist Pool?
Should be just like in a section called unlimited. Or where are you at?
I am in the duel room.
Okay, so yeah, you should just use the
Oh,
arrows.
I
to
see.
come over.
I saw the arrows. Okay.
Yeah, it should be a gray box.
Uh-huh. Are you Ian651?
Yep.
Cool. People, please ignore that COVID-19 is fake. You said it's game on?
Yeah. One word. No space. There you are. Accept the user.
Alright.
Enter the duel zone. Alright, this doesn't matter. We'll see. Because we're gonna go like out of sync really quick here. Like out of oh my god. Paper strat. I should have gone with paper strat. Paper strat always wins. Alright. Alright. So. Oh man, it's gonna take a little bit for my cards to load up, it looks like. Okay, there we go. So, first, we have to get to the very, very basics of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Alright.
As you can see, we have a number of zones.
Mm-hmm.
These are where you play cards. Unlike Magic, you have a limit in how many monster zones you have.
Okay.
And you have a limit in how many spell zones you have. Monster zones are the top layer, which you'll see like underneath all the junk.
Mm-hmm.
Ignore those two extra spaces for now. The ones next to the SP and the M2.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just ignore those for now. You don't need to worry about those. I'm actually gonna pull up your chat so I can see what's going on there too.
So far, Pretzel Rocks is just spamming the chat.
Good shit. Yeah, so the top row are the monster zones.
Mm-hmm.
The bottom row are the spell and trap zones.
Okay.
Next to the monster zone on the right-hand side is the graveyard. It's right above the deck.
Yep. Over here?
Above the graveyard is the banish zone.
Okay.
That's where cards go when they've been removed from play.
Mm-hmm.
Over on the way other side of the monster zones, you'll find the field spell zone.
Okay.
And then beneath the field spell zone, you'll find your extra deck.
Alright.
So when we are dealing with Yu-Gi-Oh, we have the three types of cards. We have our monsters,
Mm-hmm.
our spells, and let me get a trap. We have our traps.
Mm-hmm.
So, monsters are what you summon. Monsters can be summoned. You can do one normal summon per turn. There's also a thing called special summons, which we'll get into a little later. It's a special rule that's become very extremely common,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll get into that later. But for right now, just know that once per turn, you can normal summon a monster.
Okay.
Spells are unlimited. You can just use them as many times per turn as you want, unless
Mm-hmm.
it tells you that you can't use it
Okay.
currently. And we have the traps. Traps are also unlimited, except they have to be set for one turn.
Okay.
So you have to set it on your turn, and then wait for the next person's turn, and you can act it on their turn, or later at any point after that.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yes, this is a Blue Eyes deck, Phantom. Ian sent me a whole bunch of deck lists to just throw in.
yeah, we're doing a Blue Eyes deck because I've figured out that Blue Eyes is actually surprisingly easy to show off all the mechanics of Yu-Gi-Oh with.
Okay.
It's really weird.
Hmm.
So, I guess let's talk about. Oh, do we talk about spell speed next, or do we talk about? Okay, we're gonna talk about. Yeah, I guess let's talk about spell speed. So, let me add these back to my hand. So, I have this card, Cards of Consonance.
Mm-hmm.
It allows me to discard one Dragon Tuner, which we'll talk about in a little bit when we get the Synchro Summoning, to draw 2 cards. I can play this during the main phase. There are 2
Mm-hmm.
main phases, as you'll see on our board here. So we start off with the draw phase. Talking about phases actually is probably going to be more important for right now.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk. The draw phase is when you draw a card. That's it.
Okay.
You don't do anything else during the draw phase.
Mm-hmm.
Then you move to the standby phase. The standby phase is the phase immediately after the draw phase, but before the main phase starts.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it's just for cards to activate.
Okay.
Nothing else happens during the standby phase.
So it's kind of
Then we
like
go to
an
the main
upkeep
phase.
in Magic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go to the main phase.
Mm-hmm.
Main phase is when you can activate most cards and when you can normal summon.
Okay.
Then we go to the battle phase. Most cards cannot activate during the battle phase. Well, we'll be winning in a second, I'm sure. But yes, that's impish.
Yeah.
But yeah, we go to the battle phase, which is not showing up on my screen for some reason, but I hope it's gone over on yours.
It has not.
Battle phase. Cool. I love that. That's very cool. Oh, right. It's not letting me go to the battle phase because it's the first turn.
Oh.
That's why. You don't get your battle phase on the first turn.
Okay.
And Dueling Book just automatically doesn't let you go to it.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, the battle phase is when you attack.
Okay.
As you might expect. Certain cards can be activated during this turn, during this phase, but we'll get to that when we get talking about spell speed.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's the second main phase, where you can do all the same stuff that you can do during your main phase, except if you've already done it. So like, you get the one normal summon per turn.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go and do a second normal summon during your main phase too.
Okay.
And then you go to end phase, and that's just the turn, or just the phase before everything ends
Mm-hmm.
for the turn. It's as simple as that. It's just where it's the secondary. It's like the standby phase. As
Okay.
in, cards can activate,
Mm-hmm.
but it's at the end of the turn instead of at the beginning.
All right.
So, talking about spell speed, again.
Mm-hmm.
So, Cards of Consonance is a spell speed. I hope I'm getting this one right, because spell speed is one of the more complicated things. I think it starts with 1, which would mean, yeah, it does start with 1. So that means that Cards of Consonance is spell speed 1. It is the slowest possible spell speed,
Mm-hmm.
which means it can only activate during the main phase, and it cannot chain to anything.
Okay.
Bottomless Trap Hole is, I believe, a trap card. God, spell speeds are so complicated. I'm gonna pull it up real quick.
Also, hello, Pink Bunny.
Now, spell speed 2, I believe, is trap cards, like normal trap cards and quick spell cards. Yes, it is normal trap cards and quick play spell cards.
Okay.
So things like Bottomless Trap Hole, they are spell speed 2, which means they can be activated most of the time,
Mm-hmm.
and they can be chained to other cards. So if I activate that Cards of Consonance, I can chain Bottomless Trap Hole to it, and they start a chain.
Okay.
Yeah, the Blue Eyes cards, you can do a lot of cool high-level monsters stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Replying to Impush there in chat. Let's see here, and then we'll get to spell speed 3, which I do have a few spell speed 3 cards in here. Actually, I think I only have 1. So let me grab Solemn Judgment.
Uh-huh.
Solemn Judgment is spell speed 3, and it is the fastest spell speed.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing can chain onto Solemn Judgment except for another counter trap. Counter traps are the only cards that are spell speed 3.
Okay.
So if I chained like Bottomless Trap Hole to Cards of Consonance, and then I chained Solemn Judgment to Bottomless Trap Hole, you could not chain another card to it unless you'd had another counter trap.
Mm-hmm.
However, you could chain cards. If I did not play Solemn Judgment, you could chain cards of spell speed 2 to anything I just played.
Okay.
But it has to be on the field if it's my turn. If it's your turn, it can be from the hand. But if it's my turn, it has to be set on the field. That includes the spell cards, which you can set as well. It's like I can set this second copy of Cards of Consonance and activate it. It is still just a spell speed 1 though, so I can only activate it during the main phase, but I can have it set as like a bluff or something. Not a great idea generally speaking, but still. Alright, so that's spell speeds. Whew. I guess let's talk about tributes. Let me grab a card here and a card here so I can show off. So, when you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh, you might have seen like the anime where they go, I normal summon Blue Eyes White Dragon, and then they just go at it, attack, blam. But you cannot you cannot do that because Blue Eyes White Dragon. Let me actually put it back on the field so you can see. Blue Eyes White Dragon is a level 8 monster.
Okay.
You could tell that by all the stars there, which means you do have to count these little stars. Is very annoying.
I have heard that the game breaks. I mean that the anime breaks the rules of the game.
Yeah, the first season of the anime runs off a different rule set that is changed once they hit the Battle City arc.
Okay.
Um,
Thank you,
but,
Impish, for
yeah.
continuing your sub.
Oh, cool.
So yeah.
So yeah, the way to summon a level 8 monster like Blue Eyes White Dragon
Mm-hmm.
is to tribute summon. So you would tribute 2 monsters because it's level 8
Okay.
to normal summoning, and you just send them to the graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
This does activate effects that activate in grave. So like Whitestone of the Legend there would activate in grave and
Mm-hmm.
bring another Blue Eyes White Dragon to my hand.
Okay.
But yeah. So for a level 8 monster, you require 2 tributes. You might be wondering, okay, when does it require 1 tribute?
Mm-hmm.
That would be level 5 or level 6.
Okay.
Anything up to level 4, like this monster here, if it summons, there we go. Anything up to level 4, like this monster, you can just normal summon.
Okay.
Normally. No issue. Level 5 and level 6 require 1 tribute. And then level 7 and up require 2 tributes.
Okay.
Although some of them require them to be special summoned rather than normal summoned. They have a condition that prevents them from being normal summoned.
Mm-hmm.
Special summon is basically just any summon that happens outside of your normal summon. So like if I use a monster effect to get a second Blue Eyes onto the field, that does not count as my normal summon. I can still use my normal summon to tribute them off and get this Blue Eyes onto the field.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's the very basics of it.
Okay.
For the most part, we're dealing with stuff that's on the cards. The cards are like very descriptive in like what the cards do. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Read the card, you understand the card pretty much.
Yeah, and if the card is like this, like one of these Blue Eyes, it does not have an effect. It's a normal monster.
Mm-hmm.
So it just doesn't have an effect. It just is what it is on the tin.
All right.
There's some cards that only affect normal monsters, and there's some cards that only affect monsters. So that will matter, but yeah, mostly it's the fact that it doesn't have an effect is what matters. All right, so I think it's time to learn about fusion.
Mm-hmm.
So, when you fusion summon a monster, you must play a fusion spell card. Like polymerization. Polymerization is the most common fusion spell card because it's just generic. It can be used on anything. It uses materials from your hand or field, but other spells use materials sometimes from your graveyard. It all depends on, and sometimes they have special requirements about what they can be used with. It all just depends. Again, it's a situation of read the card.
Yeah.
To figure out what it does. But yeah, we would send these 3 to the grave to fusion summon good old Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Kaiba's favorite. And then polymerization would also go to the grave, and then we have just a big boy on field. It is also a normal monster, despite being a fusion monster, because it has no effect. It just has its fusion material on
Okay.
it. But let's say you didn't want to use polymerization, or you didn't have polymerization. Maybe it's in your graveyard already, and you happen to have these 2 Blue Eyes on field. Well, Blue Eyes is one of the few archetypes that has something called contact fusion. Contact fusion is a mechanic that was made up for Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, and that was it. And
Okay.
it got used. It gets used by a few archetypes. Actually, I guess it was made up for the XYZ monsters.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this card here, Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon, is a contact fusion. In that you can just, if the two monsters are on field, you can send them to the graveyard to special summon this.
Okay.
Now one thing, if you do it this way, I don't think it counts as a fusion summon. So if this card goes to the graveyard, it can't be special summoned from the graveyard because it wasn't properly fusion summoned.
Okay.
That's a little bit like into the weeds a bit of Yu-Gi-Oh rules, but it's still something interesting to note.
Okay.
All right, so
you do have to keep in mind what monsters you fusion summon versus contact summoned.
yeah, well, some contact fusion it doesn't matter, and some contact fusion it counts as a fusion. I'm pretty sure, but it all depends on what the card says. If the card says it's special summoned, then it's not been fusion summoned, unless it's a fusion card, in which case when it says to special summon it, it means it's fusion summoning it.
Okay. I think I got you.
Right. Yeah, it's a lot. All right. So remember how when I played good old Cards of Continents, it said something about a tuner monster, a dragon tuner. So if you look at Whitestone of the Ancients, you'll notice that one is a light attribute. Doesn't matter right now. It's level 1. It's a dragon, which is important sometimes, and it's a tuner. Tuners are for synchro summons. If you look into your extra deck and look at Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, you will see that it has some text. Also, you'll see that it's white. It's the white card.
Oh, okay. Okay.
This is a synchro monster. And you see the text right underneath Dragon Synchro effect that says tuner plus one non-tuner or one or more non-tuner Blue Eyes monsters. That means it requires a tuner like Whitestone of the Ancients, and it requires a Blue Eyes monster like Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Okay.
So what you do to do a synchro summon is you send the tuner and the non-tuner to the grave, and you synchro summon a monster. They say that all the time. They say it that way in Duel Links. I synchro summon a monster. So basically, the way this works is that the levels have to add up. So Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon has 9 levels. It's level 9. Blue Eyes White Dragon is level 8, and Whitestone of the Ancients is level 1. So together they add up to 9.
Okay.
And that equals Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. Pretty cool.
And they only have to add up if it's a synchro summon?
Yes.
Alright.
Alright. And now, let's do Ixies. So let's say I have 2 Blue Eyes White Dragons on field. Now you'll note that since they are the same monster, they have the same level. So then we go into our extra deck and grab this black card, Hieratic Sun Dragon, Overlord of Heliopolis. And then there we go. We overlay it on top of these 2. We have now made a rank 8 monster. Ixies is spelled XYZ and pronounced Ixies. So if you ever see XYZ, it's pronounce it Ixies unless it's XYZ Dragon Cannon. That's a fusion monster.
Okay.
It's very stupid. I don't know why they decided to do this, but yeah. So the way Ixies monsters work is obviously you overlay the two cards. Well, you overlay as many cards as it says to. Hieratic requires 2 level 8 monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Have to be the same level, and they have to be their level has to be the same as the rank of the monster. This is very important to understand that it's rank and not level.
Mm-hmm.
Because some cards specifically mention levels instead of ranks, and Ixie's monsters are not affected by those
Okay.
because they're ranks and not levels, even though they look the same.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. So, the cool thing about Ixie's monsters is they have really powerful effects that can only be activated by detaching a material. So it just goes to the graveyard,
Mm-hmm.
and the effect of the monster activates. Important little ruling thing about this: Ixie's materials are not considered in play, so they don't activate effects or anything. They basically are like removed from play and then sent to the graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
So none of their effects activate. The effects can't target them. They're not counted for anything that counts cards on the field. Just ignore them as if they're just part of the card that you've overlaid for.
I see.
Basically the only thing that matters is once it's in the grave. And once it's in the grave, like, it can be used again. But it can't activate any effects from being sent to the grave.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
You kind of lost me a little bit on that one, but
yeah, it's a weird ruling thing. That another thing is that it didn't used to be that way.
mm-hmm.
It used to activate when you sent monsters, but it was too powerful, so they changed it.
Okay.
So now basically the cards underneath an Ixie's monster are considered null until they hit the graveyard, and then it's like they were always in the graveyard that whole time.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. Next is pendulums, I believe. Oh wait, actually, next is rituals, because I forgot to do rituals. Rituals are an old dual monsters one, as in original Yu-Gi-Oh. Rituals require a ritual monster, which is a light blue, and a ritual spell, which has a little fire symbol next to the spell card.
Mm-hmm. I see
That
it.
way you can know it's a ritual card. Ritual card will let you tribute monsters whose levels equal or go over the level of a ritual monster.
Mm-hmm.
So I would send this Deep Eyes White Dragon to the grave in order to ritual summon. Oh shit! Oh, I hate dueling books sometimes. It's so bad. And then your ritual spell goes to the grave. And Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon is on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Ritual monsters are for the most part pretty bad because they're really slow.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically like a fusion monster that you have to have both pieces of in order to summon.
Okay.
So yeah, you have to have both of them in your hand to activate the effect, which is the really unfortunate part of it. But Drytron are doing pretty well these days, so it's not always a bad thing. Alright, now let me grab this card and a card I forgot to put into yours. Supreme King Gate Infinity.
Mm-hmm.
These are like the best pendulum cards. Alright. So, you've probably been wondering what the red and blue arrows meant.
Yeah.
The little marks there.
Mm-hmm.
Those are your pendulum scales, where your pendulum monsters go when you activate them as pendulum scales. Pendulum monsters are a fusion of monster card and spell card.
Mm-hmm.
When you activate them in the spell card zone, they have their spell effect, which is with a first effect that you see on the card.
Mm-hmm.
And they also have an additional effect. So let me load up my hand with some monsters. Shoot, shoot, and shoot. All right. So if I decide to declare a pendulum summon,
Mm-hmm.
I would then summon all monsters. Oh, I would summon all the monsters I want to from my hand that fit between the numbers of the two pendulum monsters. So you see, one of them is 0 and one of them is 13.
Yeah.
Which means I can summon any monster between that's level is between 1 and 12,
Mm-hmm.
which is any monster. Monster levels only go from 1 to 12, which is why these two are like the best. But say I had Dark Worm here instead. Let me move it.
Mm-hmm.
Dark Worm here only goes up to 5, so I would not be able to summon these blue eyes, but I would have been able to summon this.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's level 1, so it fits within the 0 to 5
Mm-hmm.
scale, as in it's a monster from 1 to 4.
Yeah.
When a pendulum monster is destroyed, it goes, instead of to the graveyard, to the extra deck, where it sits on top. This is because to hand, so I can activate it. So yeah, this is because when you do a pendulum summon, you can actually summon your pendulum monster in the extra deck back to the field in the extra monster zone. This is our first use of the extra monster zone.
Yeah.
There's actually other places you can summon the pendulum monsters too, which we'll get to once we get to the next summoning mechanic. Although actually, I think if you've got this, we're ready to go to the next summoning mechanic.
I think so. So, with these pendulum cards, you just summon them as you would regular monsters in those two zones.
Except you don't summon it. It's activating because it's like a spell card in this instance.
Okay.
So it doesn't cost your normal summon.
All right. I think I got it.
But you can summon a pendulum monster normally, just like if like this one's level 4.
Mm-hmm.
This was level 4, so I could have just summoned this one onto the field as my normal summon.
Mm-hmm.
Same mechanics as everything else, basically, when you're treating it like a monster, and then you just use its monster effect when it's on the field.
Mm-hmm. All right.
All right. But from there, we can we actually perfectly set up here. We can send our white stone to the grave, and send Darkworm over to the extra deck in order to do a link summon. And that'll be our dark blue card.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes in the extra monsters as well. Water is tasty.
Mm-hmm.
So, once it's in the extra monster zone, if we had more, we could summon them in any place where the arrows point to. You see those red arrows on the card?
Yeah.
Any place that it points to, any zone it points to, we can summon to, except for your opponent's zones. But you actually can make a little U and take up both extra monster zones, which is kind of funny. You can lock your opponent out of the extra monster zone.
Okay.
And then when you go to do a pendulum summon, you can also bring your pendulum monster where the arrows point. So that's what the arrows are for for link monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Now you might be wondering why, like how does this one summon? Because everything else has had like a convoluted way of summoning it. This one, you just do what it says. Like, it's so weird. So, it's a Link 3, or right, not in a Link 3. Sorry, it's Link 2, because of the 2 arrows. So you have to sacrifice 2, in this case, 2 dragon monsters.
Mm-hmm.
And they have to be on the field, and you just send them to the grave. Or, I guess in the case of Darkworm, it should be to the extra deck face up.
Mm-hmm.
But that's basically it. Like, it's really easy to do. It's just a matter of, like, you have to have the cards on the field, and you have to put it in the extra monster zone, and then have like a link arrow point to a place where you can summon another one.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I had more link monsters in this deck, we could do like a whole link climb thing,
Mm-hmm.
which basically means we would go in here, we would find a way to summon another monster, and we'd send these both to the grave, and now we can summon a Link 3 monster, because the Link 2 already had 2 links, and then the white stone just adds another one on there. So now you can summon a Link 3 monster.
Mm-hmm.
Link 3 monster could also be summoned by just attributing 3 cards, but this way saves you card material.
Okay.
We'll get into. I have a deck later on that'll really go into Link monsters and really show them off. Now there are certain Link monsters that have requirements about what you use, which will limit your ability to like do a whole Link climb thing.
Mm-hmm.
So like Hieratic Dragon Seal, or whatever the heck it was called. Hieratic Seal of Heavenly Spheres. By the way, if you special summon a Link monster from the graveyard, you can just put it anywhere. You can't actually put it in the extra monster zone. You have to put it just on a normal monster zone. But Hieratic Seal of Heavenly Spheres requires 2 dragon monsters. So you could only use 2 dragon monsters.
Mm-hmm.
There are cards that are like Link 1. Like Karibo. Link Karibo is a Link 1 monster.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hi, Coffin Cuddles. Nice to see ya. Glad you could make it. Yeah, there's Link monsters that are Link 1, like Link Karibo, where you just use 1 monster to make them.
Okay.
And normally you could also use that Link monster to make another as Link material for another Link monster. But if you used Link Karibo, you would not be able to make Hieratic Seal of Heavenly Spheres because it requires 2 dragon monsters.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's some cards that are they require like 2+ monsters, but then they're like a Link 4.
Mm-hmm.
So it requires like at least 2 monsters to be involved, but it still requires 4 links. So you can use like 1 monster and that Link 3 monster, or you can use 4 monsters. But then there's also some Link 4s that are like, no, I need 4 monsters total. So it sort of depends on what the card says. It's an instance where you really just have to read the card and like know how many links you need, and then what the card says to use.
Okay.
I think that's like most of it. Like that's like playing Yu-Gi-Oh in a nutshell.
Mm-hmm.
Like obviously you've played Magic, you know how to use effects.
Yeah.
Let's talk about spell types. So there's a bunch of different types of spells.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just grab a few spells. And I guess a trap too, by accident. Well, let's just grab everything I need here for a little bit. And Just grabbing everything. All right. Oh, no, I need this too, and this, and I'll need this later. Oh, this hand looks terrible. Oh my god. I'm gonna set some cards so that I can get them out of my sight. All right. So we talked about spell speeds.
Mm-hmm.
Any spell that doesn't have a symbol on it is spell speed 1.
Okay.
Ritual spells, spell speed 1.
Mm-hmm.
This is a equip spell. It is spell speed 1. You equip it to a monster, and it gives the monster an ability, or just gives the monster a boost or something. Megamorph's a pretty good one. When your life points are lower than your opponent's, it doubles the attack of your monster.
Mm-hmm.
It just stays on the field when it's equipped, and it goes when the monster goes.
Okay.
It also goes if the monster gets set. I guess this is one thing I didn't tell you. There are when you're doing your normal summon, you can also choose to set your monster in face down defense position.
Okay.
Face down defense position is just your opponent can't see it, and also you can't equip cards to it.
Mm-hmm.
And if your monster gets set by a card effect, the equip spell goes to the grave.
Okay.
Now, after you've set a card, your opponent can attack into it, at which point it'll be flipped up.
Mm-hmm.
This is a flip effect monster, so its effect would activate. Its effect specifically activates whenever it's flipped. That can be by battle or by your own doing. Now, any time during your main phase, even if you've already normal summoned, unless I guess any time after the turn you set it. So like you set it on turn 1, turn 3 comes around, you can at any point during your main phase, even if you've already normal summoned, you can flip summon your monster, which means bringing it to face up attack position. Attack position is where you go to attack. Defense position is for defending. It uses the different stats, attack and defense. As you'll see, this card has no defense. But that doesn't actually matter because when you're in defense mode, you do not take battle damage. Unless the opponent has piercing damage, in which case you do take the battle damage.
Oh. I was timed out.
I win the duel.
Alright, let's reload.
Alright, I think I have to go out and then make a new one. Yeah, it was too long of me doing things and you not doing anything. Alright, there we go. Oh, I'm in traditional for some reason. Cancel. Unlimited. There we go. In the gray zone.
Alright. What was the game on, right?
Game on? Yeah. It's the catchphrase of Jaden Yuki from Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, okay.
I always use it. Don't come into my games, please. I mean, you can. I don't mind that, but. So yeah. That's attack and defense position. Going back to spells. Quick effect. This is a quick effect spell, or a quick spell. Quick play spell, sorry. It has a little lightning bolt next to the spell card logo. And that means it's spell speed 2. It can be chained to things. You can set it and chain it to things. And it's perfect for that. What was else? Oh, yes. This, I believe, was the last spell card I had. Yeah. Because I've shown you rituals, I've shown you everything else. This is a spell speed 1 as well. It's a field spell. It goes in the field spell zone. And it gives you an effect that will continue until it is destroyed. or
Okay.
sometimes it has an effect that activates. Field spells are basically just an extra spell zone at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it changes the layout of the board a little, or not layout, but it changes the background of the board. It's kind of
Mm-hmm.
cool. But yeah, that's the spells. You saw the counter trap. Counter trap are the ultimate speed of trap.
Mm-hmm.
They can not be chained to, but they can chain to anything. Here's another type of trap. It is the continuous trap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know that the Discord notifications are on. I turned it off. I turned off streamer mode, and I couldn't figure out how to turn it back on. So it's just going to have to happen now. But yeah, continuous traps just kind of continue.
Mm-hmm.
They stay on the field, and their effects can be activated whenever they say.
Okay.
They are still traps, so they are spell speed 2.
Mm-hmm.
So a continuous trap can activate in a chain or on your opponent's turn.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is not a different type of trap exactly. It is a trap that can activate in your graveyard. So when the condition is set up, you can banish it and activate its effect.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a few that can activate in the graveyard. They are also still at spell speed 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm realizing I forgot one type of spell card that I did not put in the deck. The continuous spell. It's just like a continuous trap, except it's a spell, so it's got the normal spell speed.
Okay.
But yeah, now it's gonna be just like weird types of monsters. So let me grab a few of those. There's one. Yeah, I already showed you flip effect monsters.
Yeah.
They activate by being flipped up. But here's some others. Here's Yatagarasu. Yatagarasu is a spirit monster.
Mm-hmm.
Spirit monsters return to your hand at the end phase. You use your normal summon to summon them just like anything else, but they return to your hand at your end phase.
Okay.
Alright, here's a Gemini monster. Okay, I need to change my status. That'll do not disturb. There we go. That'll fix it. Okay, so here's a Gemini monster, Ancient Gear Knight. When you first summon a Gemini monster, it is a normal monster.
Mm-hmm.
It's also a normal monster in the graveyard, but otherwise it's an effect monster. In your deck and in your hand, it's an effect monster. On the field, in the grave, it's a normal monster.
Mm-hmm.
Until you give it a second normal summon. So basically, this card already on the field, normal summoned on turn 1. If I normal summon it again on turn 2, or 3, which would be my turn 2, it gains an effect, which is if this card attacks, your opponent cannot activate spell or traps until the end of the damage step.
Okay.
Then, there are union monsters. Monsters that it can equip themselves to other monsters as equip spells. They become, when they're on in the spell and trap zone, they are considered a spell card.
Mm-hmm.
And they give the monster an effect. And they work exactly like equip spells, except they are a monster. And finally, we have the hand trap. Had to had to pull the name. I've been going through a lot of words. Hand traps are cards that you can send from your hand to activate effects.
Mm-hmm.
They come in lots of different varieties. Ash Blossom is one of the most popular ones because you can. It's a quick effect too, so you know it's something. I gotta explain what quick effects are. So monsters with effects can activate that effect during your turn.
Mm-hmm.
During your main phase. Monsters with quick effects can activate them as a spell speed too.
Okay.
So they're basically quick play monster effects.
Mm-hmm.
But they're just called quick effects. So Ash Blossom can be chained to anything except for a counter trap, and then just negate its effect if it fulfills the conditions.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for the follow, Vampire Kaisen.
Hello, vampire. All right, I think there's just one more thing I wanted to do with this deck. This is Dupe Frog.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the most confusing cards in all of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Okay.
Can you read his effect for me?
This card's name becomes Des Frog while on the field. Monsters your opponents control cannot target monsters for attacks except for this one. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add one frog monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand, except Dupe Frog.
Seems kind of self-explanatory, doesn't it?
Yeah?
What if I told you that the wording of that last effect fucks up the entire card?
Oh?
So, for a counter example, I'm gonna pull up another card here. Oops, I shuffled instead. So these two cards have similar effects.
Mm-hmm.
Whitestone of Legend says if this card is sent to the graveyard, add one blue-eyed white dragon from your deck to your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Dupe Frog says when this card is sent from the field to the graveyard,
Yeah.
you can. Well, for one, Whitestone of Legend is a mandatory effect. Because it doesn't say you can,
Mm-hmm.
you have to do this effect.
Yeah.
But that's not the important part, really. The important part is that Dupe Frog says when instead of if. So, for some reason, somebody decided that the distinction between when and if makes a very important difference in the ruling of this card.
Okay.
When means immediately when,
Mm-hmm.
whereas if means sometime after it. So, if Dupe Frog is used as a tribute summon, and let's just pretend this is a monster that's a tribute summon.
Mm-hmm.
You tribute it. The summon of this monster interrupts Dupe Frog's effect.
Mm-hmm.
You miss the timing on it.
Okay.
Whereas if I did the same thing with Whitestone of Legend, it just activates after you've done the summon.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't know why. It's just how it is. It's been declared and nobody's ever changed it. Just a few other things. There's cards that use dice. You know how a die works. There's cards that use coins. You know how a coin works.
Mm-hmm.
There's cards that give you life. You can just press the minus button to make it into a plus button, and that will give you life instead of taking it away. There's cards that form tokens. That's what the little sheep guy is. And there's cards that will produce counters. and that's what these are for.
Mm-hmm.
Guess just some more little basics. Yu-Gi-Oh decks are 40 to 60 cards.
Mm-hmm.
The extra deck is 15 cards, and as low as you want it. You could even have none in your extra deck.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's like all the basics.
Okay.
So you want to get into the next deck and start actually playing?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's exit this and go to the second deck
Hey, I
that
win.
built. It's only fair.
Okay, deck.
Yeah, it is terrible. It is absolutely terrible missing the timing. Missing the timing is like one of the worst things in all of Yu-Gi-Oh. All right. Haha. All right, so this is a fusion focused deck.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm going first, so that's actually kind of good. That'll let me show off. This is a card called Neos Fusion. It lets you special summon a fusion monster from your extra deck by sending the monsters required for it from your hand, deck, or field, but it has to include an elemental hero Neos
Mm-hmm.
in its conditions. So we're gonna send. I guess first I gotta do the summon so that you see what I'm sending is correct. So we're gonna summon. By the way, when you summon from the extra deck, you can also summon them in the extra monster zone, even if it's a fusion, Xyz synchro.
Okay.
But it does take up the extra monster zone, and you can't link summon there
Mhm.
anymore.
Okay.
So yeah, and then you can see that requires a 4 or lower effect monster and elemental hero Neos. So I go through my deck, I send Neos, and I send Neos Alias, a level 4 or lower effect monster. Now that it's in the graveyard, though, it is a Gemini monster, so it is now a normal monster in the graveyard. But that doesn't matter for this fusion, because it gets from the deck. Alright, and then I'll use Oversoul to summon back the elemental hero Neos we sent off of that effect.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. So... I can do what you did with the Neos Fusion, I think. How do I do that? Set?
For a spell like that, it should just have activate as the lowest one.
Oh. Oh, I see. There we go. Okay.
But yeah, that also works.
So, I need to read through what this does again. So, I special summon one fusion monster from my extra deck that lists exactly 2 monsters as material, including elemental hero Neros. So, monster from my extra deck. So, damn, I'm already lost. So it has to be a card from my extra deck named Elemental Hero Neos, or...
It has to require elemental hero Neos in its materials.
Oh, okay. In the materials. I see.
Yep.
So... that could be like Elemental Hero Neos Knight. That says
Yes.
Elemental Hero Neos +1 warrior monster. Okay.
And then you can use basically any monster in the deck because I'm pretty sure they're all warriors.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's put that there. Oh! Oh, thank you, Bandu, for the raid. I'm getting invaded by Martians. Okay, so I need to... So I get that from my extra deck. I also need to grab an Elemental Hero Neos and just one warrior and put them in my graveyard.
Correct.
Okay. Oh, thank you for the follow, Vamp Lord Vesper. Okay, so let's look for an Elemental Hero Neos. Let's put you in the grave. And one warrior. Let's go with... I don't know if it matters too much. Let's go with this one.
All right.
Okay, and is that it for that spell?
Yep, it goes to the graveyard.
Alright. I'm doing good, Bandu. I am learning how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Or I think I am.
So far, so good.
So, I can play... I can now do my normal summon.
Correct.
Let's go... Let's just do that.
We're playing Elemental Heroes so that we can learn the fusion mechanics. What better deck to learn fusion mechanics than Elemental Heroes?
Mm-hmm.
It's like the signature.
And...
Oh no, am I quiet?
Oh. It might be something on my end.
It's possibly me. I got the microphone a little closer now.
Okay. Oh no, I think it is on my end, because I have my desktop audio lower than usual.
That's fair.
But that should hopefully make it a little bit better. Let's also bump up your volume in Discord. There you go.
All right. Fluffles, that's fair. God, have you... For those of you who know Yu-Gi-Oh, have you seen the new Fluffle decks? They're scary.
Okay. Now I have a few other spell cards in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
What would stop me from just playing all of them?
You can.
Is there any reason for me not to?
You could be saving them.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you can't activate them because the conditions aren't met. For example, O Oversoul here, it requires there to be an Elemental Hero normal monster in the graveyard to target.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like, this is the kind of card I wouldn't set on the field, just because there's no reason to.
Mm-hmm.
It can get in the way later too, because if it's set on the field, you can't pick it back up.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'll go ahead and just activate Emergency Call, because my instincts are telling me I should thin my deck.
Emergency Call is a really good card for Elemental Heroes, yeah.
Alright, so
thinning your deck is more important in Yu-Gi-Oh than in Magic.
Mm-hmm.
Drawing is crazy good in Yu-Gi-Oh.
So I can just grab any Elemental Hero.
Like one of the strongest spells in all of Yu-Gi-Oh is a draw 2 spell.
Yeah. Pot of Greed.
Yes. This is my own creation. Not all of these are my own creation. Some of them are just things I found around that fit the fit what I wanted to do. But this Elemental Hero deck is my own creation. It's not meant to be good. It's meant to teach.
Okay. I think I can just grab that one. And put this to the
Yeah,
grave.
that's an elemental hero. That's a good one. Yeah, actually, we were using a Blue Eyes deck earlier for the basics.
Okay. What else can I do? So this would be... I think I'm going to move to the next phase then. So that's battle phase.
Correct. Any monster in attack position can attack any other monster on the other opponent's side of the field. If they tie, they will not do any battle damage. But and they'll destroy each other, except for the fact that your elemental hero Neos Knight does. Oh wait, no, it doesn't protect itself. You take no battle damage from it. So you could crash and destroy one of my monsters, but it would destroy yours as well. If you crashed your Clayman into my cards, you would take the battle damage from it.
Okay. So... in that case, would you not recommend any attacks?
Yeah, I probably would not recommend attacking.
Okay, sounds good. So I'll move second main and probably just go to my end phase.
All right. Oh. All right, standby phase, nothing, of course, because you don't have anything set. So main phase. So I'll normal summon one of the best elemental hero monsters, elemental hero Stratos. Stratos allows me to add a hero monster from my deck to my hand. Actually, I just realized you got Honest Neos off of emergency call.
Yeah, I did.
It would have been that could have actually allowed you to attack. If you read its effect, you can discard this card and target one hero monster on the field. It gains 2,500 attack until the end of this turn.
Okay.
So that you could have used the double attack to actually wipe out both of my monsters.
Oh, okay.
I'll show you. This is a hand trap, just like the other ones. So we'll target Brave Neos here. And it'll attack into your Neos Knight for 2,500 damage.
And that sends my knight to the grave?
Yes, correct. I'll grab instant Neo space. We'll attack into your Clayman, and you'll take... oh, math. That's like 1,700.
So, how does that work? Like,
so
is it the damage that exceeds...
because it's in attack position, it's the damage that exceeds the attack of the monster.
Yeah. Okay.
If it was in defense position, it would be like you would not take any damage, but it would be like the attack versus the defense of the monster.
Yeah.
Which is why Clayman is usually a better card to set. So you have it in defense position.
Okay. So, how do I change my life total? Oh, here. Probably. So how much?
Yeah,
1,700?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
If I did my math right, I could have done my math wrong. Because...
there we go. That's how you do that, and then this goes to graveyard.
Yep. And you would take the 2,500 from the Brave Neos as well, because of Honest Neos' effect.
Oh, yeah. So...
and the funny thing about Honest Neos is that it also works in reverse. It can use it if it's on field. It can use its own effect to gain the attack of of a discarded elemental hero. Or any hero, actually. It doesn't have to be an elemental hero, because there's other ones too. There's the Destiny heroes and the Masked heroes and all sorts of other things. And then we'd go. So once your board is cleared, I can attack directly and make you take 1800 with Stratos.
Okay.
And then I go to my main phase 2. I will activate instant Neospace. I like to do this. Technically, it's not actually putting counters down, but I like to do this just to signify what is attached to what. Especially in a game where there's not going to be any counters, really.
That makes sense.
Then I'll end my turn.
Okay. So... I will normal summon this card. Then... So... I think I can play Polymerization. So that's... I can fusion summon one fusion monster from my extra deck using monsters from my hand or field as fusion material. So, remind me what's special about fusion summoning. Is that the one where they have to add up?
No. You just have to use the card and then use the material that the card says.
Okay.
The special thing about it is that you have to have a fusion card.
So, I think every one of these cards is a fusion.
Yep, there's not a single non-fusion.
So, let's grab... Divine Neos. And...
You have 5 of them?
Oh, no. Oh! You're right, I have to... No. I'm learning. Okay, let's put this back to the extra deck. Let me see... Yeah, I have to pay attention to the materials. Okay, so that's I have... These cards right here. Okay, so... I could probably... Yeah, I could probably do this one. Because I have 3 elemental hero monsters, 1 here and 2 in my hand. So...
Alright. Real quick thing. Because you were going to use it as fusion material, you did not have to summon that card.
Okay.
Some like if you're going to use it as a fusion material, I would suggest not summoning the card because it wastes one of your normal summons.
Makes sense. I
normal summons
didn't
are,
have
a resource that you try and preserve.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I didn't have... I was just going to use all 3 of my monsters to fusion summon this card, so I didn't have a normal summon anyway.
Yeah, that's true. But you never know if you're going to end up drawing something. There's cards that'll end up letting you draw, so sometimes it's good to save the normal summon in case you need it.
Okay, so I can't use that, in which case I'll move to battle. So, what does this card say? Once per turn, when this card is targeted for an attack. So that's not going to matter here.
Correct.
So your Brave Neos is currently... what's its total at? Is it just the 2,500?
Yep.
Okay. So I could attack into that. with
Yep.
my... Alright. So let's attack there.
All right. That'll go to the grave. That'll go to the grave. I'll take. That'll be 200.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll get to special summon because of the effect of instant Neospace.
Mm-hmm.
A elemental hero Neos from my deck.
Hi,
Right.
Kuraku. We are using Dueling Book.
Yes, from your hand, deck, or graveyard. I don't have any in my graveyard anymore. I used Oversoul to get it out. So yeah,
There
you
it
go.
is. Okay, so I think that's it. Second main, and my turn.
All right. All right, I'll use E emergency call here. I'll grab. I'll grab Necroshade.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll activate. Get rid of emergency call. I'll activate polymerization. And then I'll special summon elemental hero Divine Neos.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a big card.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot that effect of Brave Neos. It actually, well, for any hero monster, I guess there was like 2, so it would have. So I guess I wouldn't have taken the damage because it gains 100 attack for every hero in the grave.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna worry about it though. It's just, oh shit. Bring that back to my deck, damn it. Dueling Book is a time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm going to activate the effect of Divine Neos to banish Brave Neos. And then it gains 500 attack and the banish monster's effect.
Mm-hmm.
So it gains all the. I should have gone for core actually. Whatever. Yeah, I think that's. And then it just goes away at the end phase. So that's turn though.
Okay.
It
Special.
was just too cool to pass up.
No, wait, no, that's starting phase. That's what the SP stands for.
Stand by.
Standby phase. Gotcha. Okay, so.
Oh, hi, Corey. Thank you for dropping by.
Huh.
It's not even a quick effect. God, this card sucks. I didn't realize that Elemental Hero Core was going to be the meta-defining threat of this weird little matchup.
Well. I think I'll just go to battle phase and attack again.
All right, that'll do the 200. Yeah, I'll just have the 200 those. that I took last time
Mm-hmm.
and wasn't supposed to take. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, Corey. Yeah, I'll see you around.
Let's see. I don't think that's worth. I don't think that's worth playing right now, so I'll just end my turn.
All right. Here's where we start setting cards.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I could, yeah, why not? We'll activate Miracle Fusion. This one is a fusion card that uses cards in your graveyard.
Mm.
So we'll banish 3 elemental heroes to summon out Elemental Hero Core. Let's see you out, my big chungus.
Okay.
This is probably going to be the rest of the match.
No.
I don't know if there's a way to out. I'm actually going to check the deck real quick. I don't remember.
Mm-hmm. So. Alright, I'll normal summon Hero Neo Alias. And if I'm reading this if I'm reading this right, this card's name becomes Elemental Hero Neos while on the field.
It's a Gemini monster, so only after you give it a second normal summon.
Okay, so right now it's just a normal summon.
Yep, right now it's just Neo's alias.
Okay.
If you give it a second normal summon on your next turn,
Mm-hmm.
it'll become Neo's.
Okay.
Oh, let me get rid of Miracle Fusion, by the way.
Well. Yeah. I'll just end.
So I found out there's exactly one out to this. It's a 2-card combo.
Okay.
But I think you're starting to get fusion summon now.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to move to the next thing, we can do that.
Yeah, we could.
This game's not gonna end.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Sounds good.
let's go to deck 3. All right. Oh. It keeps moving me from unlimited. I just want to be in unlimited, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now we're up. All right. Ooh. Haha. I am king of rock, paper, scissors.
Alright, have a wonderful night, Impish.
Yeah. Have a nice time. All right. I special summon a monster.
Mm-hmm.
This is the stuff I was talking about. Yeah. Good night, Impish. Have a nice night with your partner. They came over to my chat.
Yeah.
So Junk Forward's effect says if you control monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. So it's just a free summon.
Mm-hmm.
If you control no monsters. And then, funnily enough, I also have Junk Forward or Junk Servant, which if you control a junk monster, you can special summon this card from your hand.
Okay.
Need the best here. Check the deck. What's going on inside the deck? All right, I will normal summon Satellite Synchron.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to synchro off for Stardust Assault Warrior.
Mm-hmm.
4 + 2 = 6.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's the turn.
All right. Mm-hmm. I will set a trap.
Oh, hi, Keyblade Spirit. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. We're just learning some Yu-Gi-Oh! Or rather, I'm teaching some Yu-Gi-Oh! And Haru is learning.
Yeah. Let's see then. Awesome. So I will activate tuning. So I add one Synchron tuner from my deck to my hand, then put one from my deck into my graveyard. Mill the top one.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't use the term mill.
yeah,
a lot of cards
I
for some
figured it
reason.
wouldn't.
But the dueling book thing will just say mill. So.
Uh-huh. Okay, so Synchron tuner. Is it? Looks like it's. Okay, so it's going to be Satellite Synchron or Junk
There's
Synchron.
Quick Draw Synchron. At least I think, yeah. Quick Draw is a tuner too.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Alright. Yep, I'll go ahead and put Quick Draw into my hand. And then
very cool Keyblade.
mill.
I just finished GX, so I've been going back through the anime that I missed out on. So I just got caught up with GX, including the Japanese version.
Okay, so Ooh. Okay, I think I see what I can do here.
Well, Vamp Lord Vesper, I'm trying to get people to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Dragon Maze is gonna scare Haru off. If I bring out the maid dragon waifus on the first game, it's gonna scare people off.
So I think
You
I can
gotta
special summon Quick Draw Synchron by sending Quillbolt Hedgehog to the graveyard.
Yeah, that's a good combo.
And then I can special summon Quillbolt.
Yeah, because you control a tuner. I believe that's actually something that Yusai does in the anime, but I haven't gotten there yet, so I don't know. That's fair. Melfi would be good, but Melfi is an Ixie's archetype, so we haven't gotten there yet.
Then what's this card? So, also maybe I should add a counter on this just to remind myself that that's supposed to be banished when it dies.
Fair.
Okay, so this one says I can special summon this card from my hand in attack position. So I think I can just do that. Jester Confit.
Yep.
Okay. Then
And its effect will activate during my opponent's next end phase.
Mm-hmm. So let's go to battle. I don't think there are any attacks I can really make. So.
Oh, do you want to synchro first?
Oh, synchro?
Like go back to main phase 1 and do a synchro summon?
Sure.
Let's see if you have a level 7 monster.
Let's see.
You should. I know there's at least one,
Uh-huh.
but it might not be a good one to go into right now. But
okay,
there's-
I
there's
have
another
shooting
one too.
shooting riser dragon is a level 7.
And there's also Black Rose Dragon.
Uh-huh.
Black Rose Dragon will blow up the field if you choose. Since it says you can destroy, it's a choice of when
Yeah.
you activate the effect. But I would maybe save that for when you want to destroy the field. And then the other one has another effect.
So this one says Riser Dragon says if this card is synchro summoned, you can send one monster from your deck to the graveyard whose level is lower than this card's on the field, and if you do, reduce this card's level by that monster's. But for the rest of the turn, you cannot activate the effect of monsters with the same name of the scent. Okay, so
It's mainly used for like synchro climbs. So like you would lower its level so that your tuner would make it go synchro into another monster.
okay, I see.
So and you don't have to activate that effect. So
Right, yeah, it says you can do that.
yeah, modern Yu-Gi-Oh cards have what's called problem-solving card text, which means that the wording is very specific.
Yeah.
And means specific things, which is very helpful.
Oh yeah.
Before they had that, it was just chaos.
Magic was the same.
Yeah. Although at least Magic has like a codified ruling system. Yu-Gi-Oh has old blog posts from 2007.
Oh, Solaris, thank you for the raid. So I think I can just then
Yeah, and send
synchro
it
summon
to the
this
grave.
one, send this one to the grave. This one gets banished, right?
Yes, correct. And you also could have used the Jester to make an 8, actually, now that I think about it, if you wanted to make an 8, but I don't know if you wanted to use the Jester.
I'll hold off on it for now. Or, I mean, I'll just go with what I did with the 7. And I don't think I'll use the summon
The effect.
ability. Yeah, the effect. I don't think I'll use that. I think... Have I even used a normal summon yet this turn?
I don't...
I want to say
have.
they've all been set special summons, in which
Yeah,
case
they have all been special summons.
I can normal summon this Junk Servant.
Hell yeah.
And that... Now I should be able to go battle phase and attack here.
That'll do... Oh god, the math. 12. 100.
Mm-hmm.
Bye-bye.
And I think that'll be it.
All right. Oh, that's a weird draw. Well, this is a weird position. Go to main phase. Let's see here. What are the stars here? What are we adding up to? All right. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go to battle here
Mm-hmm.
and attack into your jester to do 2100.
I can activate this trap card then. The Scrap Iron Scarecrow. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, target the attacking monster, negate the attack.
Mm-hmm.
And then also after that, send this card face down. Set this card face down instead of sending it to the graveyard.
Mm-hmm. All right. And then that'll be my turn. And then in the end phase, your jester will activate.
Mm-hmm.
There's only one monster you can target. So you might be wondering, how does this work? It says to return it to the hand.
Yeah.
And this does not go in the hand. What happens is it just goes to the extra deck.
Okay.
It's like I never summoned it.
Mm-hmm. And then this one also
Just
goes to
goes
my
back to your
hand.
hand.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, all right, let's see what we have to work with here. Okay. So this one, I'm just going to normal summon. This one I can special summon. Then
Additionally, did you read Junk Synchron's effect?
Junk Synchron. Oh. When this card is normal summoned, you can target one level 2 or lower monster in my graveyard. I don't think I have any. No, I
Oh,
don't.
you don't have. Yeah. Cool Bolt would have been the only one there, but it's banished.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Not that it matters because Cool Bolt can special summon itself.
Mm-hmm. Now, so what do we have? We've got some...
You have a ton of damage on board. I don't know that I can do anything about it. But yeah, see if you can tune.
10.
You can make another 7 or an 8.
Oh, okay. What are my 8s? Stardust and
There's 2 Stardust
Junk
and
Destroyer. And I also have a Crystal Wing.
Yeah, Crystal Wing.
So those are my 3 options.
Yeah, Stardust versus Stardust. We're just teaching some Yu-Gi-Oh here, so we're using mirrors.
I think Once per turn, when activated. Oh, whenever another monster's effect is activated. I can negate it if I do destroy that monster. I think I'm gonna go with Stardust Dragon.
Cool.
So let's special summon that, and I need 8.
Mm-hmm.
So there we go. And then go to battle phase.
And then I take just absolute tons of damage.
Yep.
That's 4600.
Mhm. Then second main and
All right. Terrible draw. Just absolutely miserable draw. Well, send it to the grave to special summon quick draw.
mm-hmm.
Normal summon Doppel Warrior. Synchro off for Black Rose. Black Rose effect to wipe the board, but look at Stardust's effect.
Yes. This says whenever a card or effect is activated that would destroy a card on the field, I can tribute this card, negate the activation, and if I do, destroy it.
Mm-hmm. So that would destroy Black Rose, and then I would admit defeat. That was basically the only play I had.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, so next one will be our Ixies decks, so we can practice the Ixies. That'll be deck number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Cowboy. Cowboy's a... damn it, I did it again. Unlimited. There we go. We're set up. Cowboy's a very powerful card. Resonators, I've been seeing the Resonators go around on Duel Links a lot. They're crazy on Duel Links, at least. Alright. Let's see if you can handle my amazing rock, paper, scissors. I cannot.
You're just too good at that.
I'm simply too good at Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
Which you would not think so by the way I've been playing so far, but I don't know these decks at all. I tried to use decks I don't know so that we'd be on more equal playing field.
Okay.
Alright, this is terrible, but we're gonna summon Zubababancho Gagagakot.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're gonna special summon Zubababancho Gagagakot.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I fucking love the Gagaga cards.
Mm-hmm.
The automats cards is what they're called.
Okay.
Because they're automatopoeias in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
God, what are we gonna do?
Phantom is saying you can't.
Can't. Oh, except for right. Well, we're just gonna end turn. Pretty cool. Pretty cool turn.
All right.
I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player. I don't read.
Just throw cards out and see what they do.
I press buttons when they come up on the online simulator.
Okay, so
I'll be able to show off when I get to play my dinosaur deck in a little bit here.
I can special
The reaction, the reaction to the dinosaur reveal. I have not read King Calamity, Mizor. I don't know that one. Is that the one that people have been building in Duel Links recently? It can't be. If it's a true King of all Calamities level thing, it can't be in Duel Links. Why would they put that in Duel Links? I have read Misk. I've read Misk many times. It's one of the few cards I have read.
Okay, so if I see something that says, if it's a monster and it says during your main phase, the card has to already be summoned for me to use that. Well,
yeah.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to normal summon this, probably.
Yeah, you can activate its effect on
or field. Wait. So, should I play that one in defense mode?
Well, you should play it in attack mode so that you can have it face up. Because while you can like move a monster to defense mode like this to be a face up defense mode, you cannot summon a monster in face up defense mode.
Okay.
So you should summon it in attack mode so you can activate
so that I can activate it. Yeah. Yeah. So now I can special summon one Zubaba or Gagaga from my hand.
Oh yeah, I know True King of all Calamity and Sexel, yeah.
So
hell, I used to play a Dino deck that would go into True King of all Calamities, back before Calamities was banned.
I think I can do this one, the Gagaga head.
Yeah, you can do that.
Then this one says if my opponent controls a monster and I control no monsters. Okay, that doesn't have anything to do with here.
Yeah, that's for normal summoning it, although it does turn it into a level 4 monster, which is good for the Ixies. Yeah, I played the True Kings variant of Dinos. It was so fun. Except for True King of all Calamities itself. True King of all Calamities was not fun.
I'm also going to set this trap card. Then equip only to Utopia monster. I don't think that's either of these. Oh, that's probably the one that... Okay, now let's... Oh! Okay, Utopia monster would be one of my black cards.
Thank you for the follow.
Yeah, now I don't need you, Ian. Phantom's teaching me how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Or backseating. It might be backseating. Okay.
It'll help.
So in Ix's... Remind me how I summoned those. Is it just the... Like the...
Zord, thank you for the follow.
The requirements there, so for instance, number 70 says 2 level 4 monsters?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just need to meet the requirements. It's
always going to be cards that are the same level.
So I can't summon one right now, I don't think.
Correct, because Gagaga Head is currently level 6.
What do you mean I can? Phantom, what What are you seeing that I'm not?
So, what they're probably thinking of is Gagaga Head's ability. Gagaga Head was special summoned from the hand
Yeah.
by the dwarf Go Glove.
Yeah. I special summoned this one. I didn't normal summon it. So I think that's a... I guess I could go to battle. And attack here.
Yep, that'll do 300. Whee! You want to do 0 to me as well?
Might as well.
That's the funny thing, is that monsters with 0 attack can attack directly.
It's about sending a message.
All right. Utopic onomatopoeia. We're gonna activate the effect. Blam. We're gonna grab our friend Zubaba Bancho, Gaga Coat. Correctly this time. Then we're gonna do What?
You made another misplay.
I was using Utopic Onomatopoeia's effect. It can grab a Zubaba card from my hand.
Okay, now it's Phantom that's misreading the rules.
Alright, we're gonna be funny here, and we're gonna grab Time Thief Redoer. I love the Time Thieves. I wish they were good. There we go. Alright, and then we're going to yeah, we're going to just go to battle. And attack into Gaga Head for 300. Yeah, Eldritch was like crazy when it came out. I don't the set that Eldritch came out with was like so good.
Oh. I do have that trap card, don't I? Okay, so I can... activate that.
You could have activated that before I attacked as
yeah,
well. So,
I realized.
but if you want to, like...
I'm gonna allow myself to be punished and let the Gaga Head die. But I discard one card, then target one card on the field, destroy it. I'm going to discard... There we go.
Alright.
And then my crap card goes to graveyard, right?
Yes, correct. I'll go to main phase 2, set a card, and end my turn.
Okay. Now. Or wait, no. That's not what I wanted it to do. There we go. Just gonna be my normal summon.
Alright.
Then... Oh, I think this spell card is the one you were talking about earlier, where its ability like stays. This card right here. It has like a. What did he call that again? This type of spell card?
Continuous spell.
Continuous, okay.
Yeah, that'll just stay on there.
Uh-huh. So whenever a Utopia monster is 6 summoned to my field, I can pay 500, draw a card. I can only control one of these.
Yeah, this card is part of the Utopia FTK deck that's going around currently. Because they just like continually summon Utopia monsters and draw cards.
Sounds good. Then I think I can Zig summon something. I have 2 level 4 monsters.
Correct. Nothing beats a good Exodia FTK except for like a good deck. I gotta be honest, there's not a single good FTK in Yu-Gi-Oh anymore. They've killed every single one.
I think I'll go with this one, right? So, what does this one say again? Whenever a monster declares an attack, I can detach 1 material from this card to negate the attack if this card is targeted for an attack while it has no material destroyed. Okay, so...
That's also true. God, Ash Blossom is
Utopia.
Such a card.
And then... Overlay... Wait, no. What? Oh. There we go. I did that right?
Yeah, pretty much. It's a little tricky to do it in Dueling Book.
Okay, and then I summoned a Zix summon Utopia monster, so I can pay 500.
500 to draw a card.
Draw. Now I'm being told to Zix summon again.
Yeah, so there's a card in our extra deck called Utopia Ray, which has an effect that states you can also Ixie summon this card by using a number 39 Utopia you control as Ixie's material. And it gains all the Ixie's material. Yeah, there's also Lightning, Utopia the Lightning, which has the same effect.
Okay. You said it's Utopia Ray and Lightning?
And Lightning.
Okay.
Ray is the one Ray is the one I think of first because it's the one in Duel Links, but the Lightning isn't in Duel Links yet, so it's probably the better one, frankly. Duel Links is like low-powered Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, okay. I'll go with the Lightning. And overlay that.
Just overlay it on there. There we go. I'm going to chain Raigeki Break.
Uh-huh.
Targeting a Utopia the Lightning. So we don't even get to the battle phase.
Okay.
But you do get to chain your Ixie's Change Tactics, by the way. Because that's another Utopia card.
Oh, you're right. So I'll pay another 500 and draw. Sweet. So what's this one? Special summon one from my hand.
Not once per turn.
Do I even do that? Yeah, no, I have one, but is there a reason for me to use this spell card now to special summon it versus just possibly saving it as just a normal summon next turn? That might not be the right tactic, but I'm gonna save that.
Alright. Alright. Let's set a card and pass back. It was definitely the right. Phantom is saying correctly. It was definitely the right move.
Hmm. Okay. Well, yeah. My thought was I was basically just... It would give me a card I could summon this turn if I didn't draw anything to summon, but... Yeah, I see what you're saying, and that makes sense. I can't play this, I already have one. So I think I can just normal summon this.
Sextal weapon.
I don't control any Utopia monsters. Okay. If you kill this with effects, I can get one of my Zix boys back.
Mm-hmm.
Where does it say that?
And
when this card you
it's in the card effect of CW Sleep Near Mail.
When this card you control is sent to your graveyard because the equipped monster was destroyed. Is that what it's referring to?
It has to be the monster it's equipped to. So it would have to be equipped to a monster to get that effect off.
That's what I thought. Okay, well... Alright, battle phase.
I'll take 1,000, yeah.
And just end.
Alright. Now that you have a monster, let me summon Gagaga Head.
Oh!
And I have the stuff in Grave to actually do it. And you can target 2 Gaga, except for Gagaga Head. And Utopic Onomatopoeia is always treated as a Gagaga card. So now I have 3 level 4s on the field. And we're gonna make Utopia. And then we'll make the lightning. And God, this is such a long text. All right, we'll just go to battle. We'll attack into your Zekel weapon. Zekel weapon.
Okay.
That's what the ZW stands for. It stands for Zexal weapon.
Okay.
It's because it comes from Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal.
So I take 1,500, or
we're gonna
detach, you've got things you can do.
I can detach. Well, I didn't want to. Whatever. We'll detach those 2, and it's fucking. This card's attack becomes 5,000 during that damage calculation.
Okay. So I take 4,000.
Take 4,000 off of that one, and then we'll attack directly with Gagaga Head for the 21.
Okay. Oh, this. Okay, my expressions didn't get changed.
That's my turn.
Okay.
Heart of the cards.
Can't even play anything. No. 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 I can't play anything. So.
Alrighty. Well, we're gonna activate Gaga Gom Bolt to get rid of your spell card. And then we're gonna fucking zero Ouroboros stage and equip it to lightning. Equip it to lightning. And then go for game.
Alright.
I gotta show off what I had. Gotta show it off.
I'm here to learn the game. I need to see what people do.
Oh, styling after you've already won is something people do all the time in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
It's an epidemic.
Oh yeah, no. Happens in Magic too. Okay, so next deck.
Deck 5. Alright, limited post duel. Oh, love the style when you're losing.
Finally.
Oh, you got one.
Okay.
Alright, this is the pendulum one. We're playing Dynamist, baby.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah, you explained to me pendulum when we first started.
Mm-hmm. You put down the 2 pendulums, and then you can pendulum summon anything that's a level in between. Dynamists are all set up so they can pendulum summon each other. You just need to put 1 6 and 1 3 down, and you can summon any of the Dynamists.
So how do I... I see activate, normal summon.
The reason I chose
set.
Dynamists is because Dynamists are like one of the easiest pendulum decks to play. Ignite's probably would probably been pretty easy too.
Oh, there we go.
Yep, there's a 3 and a 6.
Mm-hmm. So remind me again what pendulum does.
Yeah, so you're able to pendulum summon any monster in your hand that's in between those numbers. So for Dynamist, it's any level 4 or 5 monster. And it's a special summon.
Yeah.
So it doesn't take up your normal summon either.
Well, I knew that
And
Phantom. It's just I need to know for future reference.
And additionally, they also have their spell effects, which is the top effect. So as you can see, once while this card is activated, you can negate an activated effect that targets a Dynamist monster you control. And the other one, so oftentimes with archetypes of pendulum monsters like this, the high pendulum one will have one effect, and the low pendulum one will have another effect. And that's the case with Dynamist. All of them have the same 2 effects.
Okay. So, yeah, if another Dynamist I control would be destroyed, I can destroy this card instead. Okay, so now what do I have in my hand? Let's... Okay, I can play Dynamist Charge and activate it to add 1 Dynamist monster from my deck to my hand.
Yeah, and when it says when this card is activated, that just means when you put it on the field,
Yeah.
you get to do that.
Okay.
And unlike Dupe Frog, the when there doesn't fuck up the effect. So it's a mandatory effect. It's like how Whitestone of Legend was written with just the mandatory effect. This one's a mandatory effect, so you
Okay.
gotta do it.
So,
And if you don't have a target,
Dynamis-
you still have to do it. But
Mhm.
so like technically the effect activates, but
You
just
fail
don't
to
get a
find.
card. Yes. It's kind of silly, but it matters.
Okay. Let's grab a Dynamis Rex.
Ooh.
So that just goes to my hand. Oh, this is saying once per turn if a Dynamis card is added to the field from the field to my extra deck face up, I can add one of those cards to my hand. That's not going to matter right now, I don't think. This says... Okay, I'm not going to do that.
Uh-huh.
So this one now, I can just Pendulum Summon the Dynomist Rex because it's a
Correct.
5. So I will do that.
All right. Now, because you chose go first, you don't get a battle phase.
Mm-hmm. I'm also going to set a trap card.
All right. You don't have to tell me it's a trap card.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a spell or a trap, so you just say you set a card.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. We're gonna start things off with a field spell. Funnily enough, it gives all Dynamist monsters 300 attack and defense. So that includes yours.
Okay.
But Dynamist monsters I control cannot be or if my Dynamist monsters attack, you can't activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step.
Okay.
Damage step being exactly during the battle and nothing more.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. I'm gonna activate Stago. And then we're going to activate Plesios.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna Pendulum Summon.
Mm.
And then we're gonna set a card.
Mm-hmm.
And that's turn. Now, if we had an extra deck, we would be going into like link plays from here. But so thing to note, Plesios' effect means that your Dynamist monster loses. It means that your monster loses 200 attack because of the 2 monsters I have on field.
All face-up monsters
Actually,
your opponent controls
Dynamist cards.
lose.
Dynamist cards. Does that include the Pendulum monsters? The Pendulum scales? I'm gonna need to look up Plesios rulings. But please continue your turn.
Okay. Well, I will go ahead and activate my own dynamic power load.
Oh man.
And then I will Pendulum Summon another Dynamist Rex.
Oh. Oh no.
Then Okay, so what do these say? If this card attacks at the end of the damage step, I can tribute one other Dynamist monster and activate one of these effects. This card can attack an opponent's monster again. And if it attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. Or I can shuffle one card from my opponent's hand at random, or their side of the field into the deck, and this card gains 100 attack. So...
Yeah, I guess it does include the scales, so that's actually minus 400 attack, but you also get the plus 300 and plus 300 of double power load.
Oh, thank you, Sin, for the raid.
So they're at 2600 total.
Oh, and Hex Moon, thank you for the raid.
You're swimming in them.
I'm assuming you two just got done with the collab and decided to raid me at the same time, or otherwise it's just a coincidence. Okay, so I can... Would it be a good idea to tribute my other Dynamist Rex when I attack here? I'm gonna do that. I would.
Alright.
So, right now, what's the current effect going on? I have all my monsters lose 100 attack and defense for each Dynamist card you control. So that's minus 400, you said?
Yep.
And then I have
gain 600.
the
from
plus
the two skill
600.
spells, giving me plus 200.
So... let's go to battle. Attack this and tribute this. Go to grave. Alright, thank you for the raid, Sin. It's been a while. Have a great night. Okay, so I've tributed that. Now I have to choose.
And you'll have sent this to the extra deck, face up. Oh yeah, send your Dynamist to the extra deck.
Oh.
The grave.
There you go. Yeah, you said that happens to pendulum cards, right?
Yep. And when you pendulum summon, you can bring it back. But only one, because we only have one extra monster zone.
Okay. Alright. I'm going to go with the... I can attack... Oh, come on. Where was it again? This card can attack an opponent's monster again in a row. And if it attacks a defensive...
Yep. And inflict piercing.
So I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Alright. So you'll attack into Ankleos. Sending it and doing 400.
Then end my turn. Hello, Curry.
Alright. Gonna start turn. Gonna activate the effect of Dynamist Rush to special summon one Dynamist monster from my deck. And if I do, is unaffected by other card effects, also destroy it during the end phase. You only activate one per turn. We're gonna go grab ourselves a Dynamist card. Gonna grab Spinos. We're gonna do up. Hi, Curry. And we're gonna grab Plesios,
Mm-hmm.
so we can get your attack down again. So this time it's 500, so you're
Mm-hmm.
only up by 100, so you're at 2500. All right. And Spinos, meanwhile, is at oh god, fucking 3,100.
Mm-hmm. So that would be 600?
700, because it's 600 and then 100 from the like the little extra over the top.
Oh, okay. 700?
Because it's 3,100
Mm-hmm.
attack going into 2,400. That should be 600 and then 100, so 700 total.
Okay. And then this goes to the extra deck, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I'm going to tribute Plesios so that I can attack a second time.
Mm-hmm. That's 3,000 right now?
Actually, wait, no,
Or-
I can't do that. I'm cheating. I forgot that Spinos isn't like Rex. Spinos has to be tributed during the main phase. It's not.
Oh.
It's not a battle trick.
Okay.
So yeah, don't do that.
Okay.
Do 17 and 16.
Mm-hmm. Are those both boosted 600?
Yes, they are. So
17 would become
you
20.
think as much as I do Yu-Gi-Oh, I would know math better.
17 would become 23.
Yeah, and the other one become 22. All right. I love Dynamis so much. They're so cool. I wish they were playable. This is just such a fun little strategy.
Okay, so
And look, they're like steam-powered dinosaurs. How cool is that?
so you said when I pendulum summon a card, I can also summon one of these in my extra deck?
Correct. To your extra monster zone.
Okay. So and if I pendulum summon, it just has to be in attack mode, right?
No, it's a special summon. You can put them in any mode.
Okay. So I'll pendulum summon an Ankylos, and then go ahead and summon this one here. Now oh, this was even just during the draw. Technically, this was the main phase. Okay, let's go to battle.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Yeah.
I do it all the time.
Okay, let's... I should just be able to... No, not direct... regular attack. Here.
Oh, it looks so weird, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right. We don't have to do any fancy math this time because, well, no, we do because Plesios' effect. So you're at 2,500 and I'm at 2,300, so I'll take 200. Yeah. Because of Plesios' effect, but now Plesios' effect isn't active right now.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect Dynamis to be this much math. I I didn't consider the mirror match very much.
Cool. Yep, and my turn. Yeah, to Spoopy,
Alright.
we are playing Yu-Gi-Oh!
We are indeed. Alright, we're gonna go to the main phase. We're gonna pendulum summon some monsters.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get your friend and mine, Plesios. And we're gonna grab Brachion from our hand as well.
Mm.
Oh, these boards are looking sick.
Mm.
Does oh god, Plesios lowers defense too. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we go to battle. Spinos is going to get over Rex
Mm-hmm.
for the same as last time, 700. Ankleos will be at 2100, so I'm gonna get over it with Stegosaur.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're gonna go for game with Brachion and Plesios.
Uh-huh.
Alright. So that's pendulums.
Okay.
Math. Alright.
Okay.
Time for links. This is gonna be the toughest one, I think.
Hmm.
For both of us. Although that one the math was killing me.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm up. Alright, let's see. Alright.
Okay.
For those of you in chat who have never seen this deck, this is Adagnister. It's a relatively recent deck. Most of the cards aren't that recent, but some of it is recent, and it's got a bunch of new stuff going on.
Let's see. So that's just any card. So activate Sinnet Mining. I have to discard one card. I'll discard this one. Then I add one level 4 lower Cybers monster from my deck to my hand. Cybers. Oh, these are all Cybers.
Yep.
Okay. So just
Yeah,
one.
the deck's built around Cybers.
Mm-hmm.
As for what Cybers are, they're basically like digital.
Okay.
They're digital creatures. It's a new thing that they added in Vrains.
Mm-hmm.
Vrains being the most recent anime.
I think I'll go with this one. The Picari Adagnister.
Alright.
Okay, then this goes to grave. Now I can normal summon that.
Mm-hmm.
If this card is normal
Activate its effect.
summoned, I can add one AI spell or trap from my deck into my hand.
Mm-hmm.
So AI spell or trap. Maybe this is a good one. AI meet you.
They do have a lot of text.
Yeah. A lot of reading. Okay.
See what I mean about Yu-Gi-Oh players not reading?
So I've done that. Then I can target one ad ignister monster I control. Its level becomes 4 until the end of turn. That doesn't matter. Okay. Now, so that was my normal summon.
Mm-hmm.
I can activate AI meet you. So what does that do? I reveal one Cyberse monster with 2300 attack. Does it have to be exactly 2300?
Yep. There's a few targets.
Okay. In my hand or extra. I'm assuming there would be one in my extra, maybe.
Yeah, there's a few.
Cool. Access code talker. I'll just reveal that.
You have to summon it. The one you revealed at some point during your turn,
Oh.
or else you take 23 damage.
Oh. Okay. It has to be
So
one.
make sure it's the one you're gonna summon.
Okay. So that requires 3 with different names. 2 Cypress monsters. Okay, so I have to do this. So I just have to summon it at some point during this turn, right?
Correct.
Okay, I think I can do this one then.
Mm-hmm.
So this requires 2 plus Cyberse monsters.
Make sure you're looking at the link arrows to see how much you're needing to put in.
Wait, where did that go?
And also in the corner, it'll say how many link it is.
Okay, remind me about Link again.
So when it's link monsters, the amount of link that you need is equal to the arrows. So just because it says 2 plus Cyberse monsters does not mean it only requires 2 plus Cyberse monsters. For it to actually be 2 plus Cyberse monsters, one of the Cyberse monsters must be a Link 2 monster. Otherwise, it's going to require 3 Cyberse monsters.
Okay.
Or rather, 2 Cyberse monsters and something else.
So.
But this deck is all Cyberse, so. Links get easier to understand the more you play them.
So this is 3. Maybe I shouldn't even play AI Meets You. Maybe I should save that. Okay, so in order to play a Link card in the first place, what do I need?
You just need to send the materials from the field to the grave.
Okay.
And put it and then summon it.
Alright. Can I just take AI Meet You back?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll just put that in my hand, pretend I didn't play that. I can do...
Well, I saw you add it to your hand from
Yeah.
the of Hikari anyways, so it's not like I didn't know it was there.
Okay, then I can do this one though, I think. Let me read it through before I play it. So target one at Ignister in my graveyard, special summon it. Also, I cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn. I think that's perfectly fine.
Except for Cyber monsters, yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, all your deck is still online.
Oh, okay. When an attack is declared involving 2 monsters, I can banish this card from my graveyard and add 1 card to my hand. Okay, that's gonna come into play later.
These cards are just designed to make it xenophobic, so it only uses Cyber monsters.
Okay. So, yes, I'm going to play that, and then special summon this Adagnister card from my graveyard. This goes to my grave. Oh! I can still play something then, because this is a Cybers card. If I control an Adagnister, I can special summon this card from my hand. I can tribute 1 other Cybers monster. Add 1 level 5 or higher Adagnister monster from my deck to my hand, and if you do, this card becomes level 4 until end of turn. I think I'll do that. So, special summon this... Wait. Why is it not... Oh, there we go. It was just being delayed.
Yeah, the dueling book is slow sometimes.
Okay, so... so I contribute 1 other Cybers monster to add a level 5 or higher. I will tribute this card. To grab a level 5 or higher from my deck.
Now I'm going to go ahead and warn you in advance about this card. It says you can if you tribute a Lynx monster, you can add Eye's Ritual. Eye's Ritual is not in the deck.
Okay.
Because ritual monsters are pee-pee-poo-poo bad.
Okay.
Except for Drytron, because someone's going to complain about me if I don't say except for Drytron. But yeah, except for Drytron. And Necroz, back when Necroz was good.
Okay, I will go ahead and grab this one then. Just put that in my hand. So now the Hiari becomes a level 4 until end of turn. Then if I tributed a Link monster to activate this effect, I did not.
Yeah, that was the effect I was telling you about.
Okay.
It's Eye's Ritual.
I think that's it for me.
Hey, you've got some Link plays you can go into if you want.
Oh!
I'm not going to force you to, but
Right, yeah.
Some monsters you can summon currently.
So, to Link, I've got these 2 Cybers monsters. This one's a level 4.
Let's see, cards you can definitely summon right now. Dark Infant.
I was looking at that one.
Transcode Talker. Yeah, no, you can't. That's a 3. Splash Mage. I think that's it.
I think I'll go for Splash Mage. So
additionally, one thing I'll tell you is that you could go into Dark Infant and then into something else.
Dark Infant.
Using Dark Infant as material.
Alright, I'll do that. So let's go some of that there. I have to tribute one non-link add Ignister.
Yep. And you'll put it in an extra monster zone because it's a link monster. Whichever one you want.
Put. Wait a minute. Say that again.
So the link monster needs to go in a extra monster zone.
Oh.
Because you don't have a link monster pointing to one of the main monster zones. So pick one of the 2 extra monster zones to put it into, and then move it there. All right, cool.
Okay. Now you said I could play another one after I do this.
Yep. You usually just have to use Dark Infant as material, but you should activate the effect of Dark Infant first.
Oh, right. So if this card is link summoned, I can add 1 Ignister AI land from my deck to my hand. Okay. There it is.
I think we've done pretty good on Yu-Gi-Oh learning for a few hours.
Okay, so now I have that in my hand. Was there anything else this card did?
No.
No.
It has other effects, but
all right.
not relevant right now.
So now I have this in my hand. If I control no monsters. Well, is there anything just stopping me from just playing this? I don't think there is.
I mean, there's no reason to play it either, is the thing.
I'll just leave it. Okay, so now I can move on to
Board wiped, so
another link card.
Also, you will be able to activate its effect if you go into another link.
Oh.
Because it says main monster zone, and if your link monster is in the extra monster zone, you won't have any in the main monster zone anymore because you'll have used up Danmari.
Okay, so I think the link cards that I can pick from right now are Splash Mage, Cyberus Wicked. Is that enough? Yes, it is. Transcode Talker.
No, Transcode Talker does have a third arrow.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, if you look in the corner, it'll tell you more succinctly Link 3.
Okay. So I can only look at Link 2 or lower right now?
Yeah, and Link 1 isn't going to get you anywhere because it's just Dark Infant.
Okay, so let's see what these cards do. This Link Summon card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Cyberus monsters this card points to cannot be destroyed by card effects. Okay. Or Splash Mage. I can target one Cyberus monster in my graveyard, special summon it in a defense position. Yes, okay, so that was the one I wanted to do. So when I play this, where I have to put it somewhere special?
Yeah, you can put it in either of the 2 extra monster zones.
Okay, so I can put it in this one.
Yep.
And then I have to... Would it be
Send the
both
others to the
both my cards?
Correct.
Okay. Send those. Now, I can target one Cyberse monster in my graveyard, special summon it in defense position, but negate its effects.
And now you can go to a Link 3 after you special summon this card. Which basically means you can go into basically anything. There's like a few cards.
Let's go with...
There's 3
that.
Link monsters that you can't go into, and the other Link monsters are all available.
Okay, so now I can go Link 3.
Mm-hmm. Also, you can use a Link 2 to go into another Link 2. I wouldn't suggest it at this moment, but just so you know.
Alright, so now...
You don't have to go up
Link
in
3s. Decode Talker gains 500 attack for each monster it points to. I can pay 1,000 to draw a card. Then if my life is 2,000 or less. Okay. If a monster is special summoned to a zone. Well, can I even do... I don't think I can do that. That requires 3 monsters with different names.
Right. Yeah, that one's not going to be available to you.
But Fire Phoenix I should also be able to play.
Yep, Fire Phoenix, Transcode, and Decode should be available.
So during damage calculation, if this card attacks, I can inflict damage to my opponent's equal to this card's attack, and if I do, my opponent takes no battle damage from that battle. Hi, Mathis.
That's fair, Keyblade. We've been really zooming through the Yu-Gi-Oh.
Well, this card is co-linked, and it's co-linked. Okay. Sure, why not? Let's go Fire Phoenix.
Alright.
And then... both these to the grave. I think that's it.
Alright.
So I'll end my turn.
Look how much you did in one turn. Your graveyard has 7 cards in it.
Yeah. This reminds me of Storm decks and Magic.
Yeah, this is all Yu-Gi-Oh decks now, pretty much. All right, we're gonna normal summon a Picari.
Okay.
You know this move well.
Mm-hmm.
Which means we get an eye speller trap. We're gonna grab eye contact.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're going to Alright, then we're going to do... Oh, this is weird. Alright. I meet you.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to... we're going to reveal Decode Talker.
Mm-hmm.
That does have the right attack points, doesn't it? 2,300. Yes, it does. And that allows us to grab a admixture with the same attribute from our deck. We'll grab Danmari.
Mm-hmm.
Let me move this to the main phase real quick.
Mm.
Should have been there a while ago, but we're gonna go into our own Dark Infant Admixture, activate its effect to grab Ignister Island.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you know, the reason I'm saying Ignister Island instead of Ignister AI Land
Mm-hmm.
is because it's actually a character in Vrains that's an AI that calls themselves I.
Oh.
We'll activate Ignister Island, and we'll use it to summon Achichi? Achichi
Mm-hmm.
at Ignister?
Yep.
Normal or special summon, you can add one level 4 or lower at Ignister monster from your deck to your hand. So I will grab Oyan. Then we're going to send those two to the grave to make Splash Mage. Splash Mage's effect is going to activate the target one Cybers in grave to special summon. It doesn't matter, their effect's negated. And then we'll send those to grave to get ourselves our decode talker, so to avoid taking 2,300. And then, funnily enough, you get to use Ignister Island again, as long as you don't summon the same attribute as you did last time, which was fire. Just so you were aware.
Okay.
So we're gonna summon Doyan to field. We can target an Ignister monster in our graveyard and add it to our hand. We're gonna add Bikari.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to link off again into Mech Knight Crusadia Avramax. Okay, nothing important there. We're gonna use Ignister Island again. Now that we've used Dark and Fire, we're gonna summon Light now. We're gonna send it to grave. To summon. Oh wait, no, I can't do that. Okay, let's bring. I didn't read the next card. So let's bring those two back. Blip, real quick. What I can do, however, is use Idol Reborn to get one. Now I can go into the next one. Because it needs to be 3 monsters and it has to be a link. It's a link 6. So finally we have the arrival Cyberse Admixture. The original attack of this card becomes 1,000 times the number of link materials used for its link summon, so 3,000. Unaffected by other cards' effects. Once per turn, you can target one other monster on the field, destroy it. If you do, special summon one Admixture token to your zone this card points to. So we're going to use its effect to destroy Fire Phoenix, and we'll summon a token. Then we're going to use AI or eye contact. If Ignister Island is in your field zone, reveal one Ignister Island in your hand, place it on the bottom of your deck, and then draw 3 cards.
Ooh.
2, 3. Holy shit. And then we're gonna use Pot of Desires. Good night, Keyblade. Banish the top 10 cards of the deck to draw 2. Holy shit, this deck is crazy. I knew people were saying this deck was crazy, but I did not expect it to be this crazy. Alright, I'll set a card. And then we'll go to battle, get in for 3,000. And that's turn.
Okay.
I'm gonna die. Holy shit. Dude, I fucking love this deck. I've been saying I'm gonna learn how to play Speed Rise. Maybe I'm gonna play this instead. Because this didn't take any learning at all.
General Kenobi. Hi, Soda Boy. Okay, so... This is whenever a card or effect is activated that includes any of these effects. Okay. And this one says... essentially the same thing, but for different stuff. Okay, I will normal summon Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring.
Oh man, you never want to be normal summoning that. Oof. Rough times.
Yeah. I will summon it to defense.
Oh, so you're gonna set it then?
Yeah, set it.
All right. Put it face down.
There it is.
There we go.
Okay. Now... or do I even... like, does that even matter?
Have I just won the game? It sort of depends on my hand.
I guess I'll go to this. Might as well just get it out of my hand. Because that doesn't actually do anything.
Yeah, not currently.
Nope. There we go. Nope. Nope. I mean, I think I'm basically... I spent all my steam on my first turn, and now I have no steam left, so...
Yeah. And I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Uh-huh.
This is my hand, or oh shit. I got hand traps out the wazoo in my hand. So,
Uh-huh.
oh my god. All right, so I declare the effect targeting your face down to destroy it, so I can
Mm-hmm.
summon another token. Oh god. And then can I make, yeah, well, interestingly enough, oh wait, are they cybers? Are these tokens cybers? They are cybers. Oh my god. So I can use these two to link summon Cybers Wicked.
Mm-hmm.
A link summon took place, so I can. Oh well, I can't do that because there's no. I can't. The things point to the spell and trap zones instead of anywhere useful.
Mm.
But it's the only link too, so you know.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I guess we just get in for 3,800 this time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's turn.
All right.
At this point, it's probably just a scoop for time.
Yeah.
Just like save some time and scoop.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh man, that was wild. All right, so now you get to do the deck that is not the same as mine. This is going to be our only non-mirror match.
Okay.
This is where you prove yourself. This is your test.
Test out what I've learned. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I've actually forgotten what deck I gave you, but that gives you an advantage.
Let's see.
God, that was so satisfying. Going through the link climb.
Yeah, they're similar decks in Magic where you just sit there for a good 30 minutes while your opponent does nothing. Okay.
Yeah, I went and found one of the current meta decks and just found like what I thought was a good one for you to play, and set it up for you.
So I'm gonna set that card. And then set this one. And I think that's it.
All right.
Just let me double check what I have here. Yeah. So that is going to be my turn.
All right. All right, we're gonna start things off with a Pot of Prosperity.
Mm-hmm.
This is a $50 card.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna banish one. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that way we can excavate 6 cards. We're just gonna mill them because you get to see them too.
Mm-hmm.
3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and then I get to add one of these to my hand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna add Fossil Dig. And then
I
we get
see why
and then
that's such an expensive card.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it's fairly new too,
Mm.
and it was like a fucking secret rare too, so
Oh.
it doesn't help. Then we shuffle. Oh wait, actually, no, we don't shuffle. Damn it. Well, it doesn't matter. We were gonna shuffle anyways because I was about to activate Fossil Dig.
Mm-hmm.
So then we go through our deck to grab the card we want, which is Solid Oviraptor.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're going to normal summon Soul Eating Oviraptor, activating its effect to grab Miscellaneous Saurus to hand.
Mm-hmm.
We activate Miscellaneous Saurus's effect in hand. So now for the rest of my turn, dinosaur monsters that I control cannot be affected by card effects from opponents.
Okay.
We'll activate Miscellaneous Saurus's second effect because for some reason it has 2.
Mm.
And we use that to banish itself to summon one level 1 dinosaur monster. We'll activate Animadorn Archosaur's effect to destroy one dinosaur monster in our hand.
Mm-hmm.
To add Ultra Evolution Pill, or Double Evolution Pill, sorry, to hand. We'll activate Baby Ceratosaurus's effect from being destroyed to special summon Giant Rex.
Mm-hmm.
We'll send Animadorn Archosaur to the grave to summon Link Karibo. Then we'll... Okay, making sure I'm doing it in the right order. Send Link Karibo and Giant Rex to the grave to Link summon Predaplant Verte Anaconda.
Mm-hmm.
Make Verte for anyone in the comments. Then we will activate Double Evolution Pill. We're gonna... Oops. Banish Link Karibo. Banish Giant Rex. To summon Ultimate Conductor Tyranno.
Whoa.
Giant Rex's effect activates, which allows it to be special summoned.
Mm-hmm.
Then we do an Ixies summon. For Dolka. And then we're going to activate Verte Anaconda's effect, paying 2,000 life points to send Red Eyes Fusion to the grave to activate its effect to send Red Eyes Black Dragon and the Dark Magician to the grave to special summon Red Eyes Dark Dragoon.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Double Evolution Pill should be go in the graveyard. Okay. All right. Whew. Now Red Eyes Dark Dragoon is going to activate. I'm going to pitch Animadorn Archosaur to target your face down monster. It can target face downs, right? Check. and if you, oh wait, it doesn't require you to discard, does it? Oops. Let me bring that to hand. It doesn't matter. It's just a dead card. That was the other effect that requires you to discard. Yeah, you could destroy one monster your opponent controls, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's attack. So yeah, just destroy that and then take damage equal to its attack. Reshadal. All right, and then we go to battle phase. And we're gonna attack with Predaplant Verte Anaconda for 500. We're gonna attack with Red Eyes for 3,000. Evolzar for 2,300, and then Ultimate Conductor for 3,500.
Okay. So is that the Dinos deck that
Yep.
Who was it earlier in chat?
It's pretty good.
Phantom was scolding you for.
It's pretty fun.
I can see. Yeah.
I really like big bunguses, and this deck is full of them, as you can see by Red Eyes and Ultimate Conductor.
Yeah.
But yeah, your deck is like pretty good too. It's just a matter of having the right hand.
Yeah.
Just like anything, like the thing about dinosaurs right now is that dinosaurs has been so fully optimized by the dinosaur Discord. Shout out to the dinosaur Discord, by the way, that we've like labbed out everything. We know the exact ratios for everything. This is a 42 card deck because the math works out that way.
Okay.
But let's like there's like really cool things that your deck does. What did you draw?
Let's. Well, here's what I had in my hand.
Okay, Dogmatica. Nibiru.
Oh, what did I just do? That.
Dogmatica
No,
Punishment.
why do I keep doing that? I keep misclicking. Okay, and then this one. That was my hand.
All right. Okay. So, you could have stopped me.
I could have.
Yep. Ash Blossom.
Oh yeah.
Would have stopped Fossil Dig. Nibiru would have stopped Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. I don't think Dogmatica would have done anything, but Dogmatica Punishment, if you sent something big enough, you could have destroyed something too. Before I had a chance to use it, because it's a trap card, you could just activate it on the resolution of something on my turn.
Okay.
So like if I summon a monster, you can activate that in response.
Okay.
That's what chaining works.
So if my deck were piloted by someone who knew what they were doing,
it would have been a little more. It
would have had to work harder to win that turn.
It's true. Although the Dino deck has a lot of recovery tools too. So
yeah.
But I wouldn't have had such a crazy board set up. But now you know. See, that's the thing about hand traps. Is like hand traps, you have to understand them a little better. And I think, especially like the specific hand traps, when it's good to use a specific hand trap and when it's good to use another one.
Yeah.
And with Nibiru, it's really a counting game. You gotta like count down how many special summons are happening. And against my deck, until it's near the end, Nibiru is not doing anything. So actually, Nibiru might not have been able to do anything because by the time I was stopping summoning dragons, or stopping summoning dinosaurs rather, I had Dolka up, which Dolka can negate the effect of Nibiru. So I think this actually might have been a Nibiru-proof combo, but Ash Blossom would have fucked me up for sure. My hand was garbage.
All right.
But yeah, what do you think of Yu-Gi-Oh?
I think it's, so far from what I've seen, it's a fast game. Like, oh, hello, Aeolus. It, like, at least from the decks we played today, it's a game that will end in, like, 3 or 4 turns, usually.
That's sort of the way modern Yu-Gi-Oh goes. Old school Yu-Gi-Oh, it could depend, and also there's some decks that aim to slow down everything.
Yeah.
Like, actually, your deck is decent at control.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a... I'd have to play more to know
For sure.
really what I like and what I fit in. I don't think I fully understand links yet, or
Yeah,
a few of
they're
the
a
other
hard one.
stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's fun. If I knew what all the cards did, I would probably have a good time with this.
I think if you really like want to get into Yu-Gi-Oh, this is a good way to learn the rules of Yu-Gi-Oh. This is not a good way to get into Yu-Gi-Oh. If you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Getting into Yu-Gi-Oh, the best way is like getting into older formats, I think. Like going back to Goat format, or Reaper format. These old, like, 2007 style formats, or earlier, or whatever. You know, is going back to simpler Yu-Gi-Oh, so you can, like, understand the game, and then adding in all these extra things.
Okay.
Or going with Duel Links. Duel Links is also a simplified game state, except I wouldn't suggest anyone play Duel Links because it's a horrible gacha game. But also I play it a lot, so.
I mean, I play Arena, which is
It's true.
a free to play. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Aeolus. It's Duel Links is a mess. But you also get to listen to your favorite voice actors say, "I synchro summon a monster," over and over again. So, like, who's to say?
Yeah, it's like, it might be worse to play the game, but it's flashy.
Yeah, exactly. That's really it. It's a really good online simulator for it.
Yeah.
Or at least for a version of Yu-Gi-Oh, because it's a different format. It's like got 3 monster zones and 3 spell zones. It's different, but faster and like easier.
All right.
So yeah, that's all the decks I prepared. Is there anything else we want to do with Yu-Gi-Oh before we go?
Let's see. I kind of want to give that Blue Eyes deck a try, because we just kind of like used it to teach me how to play. I didn't actually use it, and that was like the only deck that I read through some of the cards as I was adding these decks in a dueling book. So
all right, I am up.
All right. So maybe, having read some of these cards beforehand, I might have a better understanding.
And there's not as much Link stuff going on either. Oh my god. Oh. You've taken control of the rock, paper, scissors.
Okay, so go to main phase. Now, that's not gonna happen. I'll set this. Then I guess I'll do that. So I can normal summon one level 1 light tuner in addition to my normal summon.
Oh no, that's most of the deck.
Yeah, this is the only card I can summon. And I can't do that, and I can't do that. So, end the turn.
Alright. We're gonna activate Cosmic Cyclone to banish your face down.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Cosmic Cyclone is very funny in Duel Links because whenever you activate it, the character goes, Then we're going to reveal Blue Eyes White Dragon to special summon Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon. And then we'll summon Ancient Gear Knight. I bet people who weren't here for the beginning of the stream think it's very weird that Ancient Gear Knight is in here.
Yeah.
And then we'll just get in some damage.
So that's gonna be 1,500.
And then about 3,000 to the face.
Then this is sent to the graveyard, so I can add one
so you can activate the effect.
Blue Eyes White Dragon. There you go.
By the way, while we're just doing some regular Yu-Gi-Oh, I want to say one thing for people who don't know. You might notice on a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh cards that Kazuki Takahashi's name is at the bottom. So you might think that Kazuki Takahashi draws all the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. That is not true. Kazuki Takahashi is credited at the bottom of the cards because he owns the trademark for Yu-Gi-Oh because he created Yu-Gi-Oh, and he's not even on there anymore in the modern cards. Konami has refused to credit artists for the entirety of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, well, actually, Upper Deck started it. Upper Deck started it and didn't credit anyone, and Konami has continued to not credit anyone. In fact, they are secretive about who does it, and do not allow artists to credit themselves.
That
The only
really
way people have been able
sucks.
to tell is just by analyzing the art. The one exception is the occasional Kazuki Takahashi card where he actually does draw the art and he gets to sign his name on it because he's the guy who created Yu-Gi-Oh! And you can't say no to him, basically. Yeah, it's really bad.
Yeah, I mean, I can't play that. I can't fusion summon with polymerization. And all I have is this Supreme King Gate 0 and a Blue Eyes White Dragon that I can't summon. So I think that's it.
The deck isn't really made to
Yeah.
win any games.
Okay.
By the way, I had another alternative white dragon in my hand. You can only summon one per turn, but next turn I could have had another one on field.
Nice.
So yeah, that's Yu-Gi-Oh. That is Yu-Gi-Oh! BB.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for teaching me.
Yeah, I love teaching people Yu-Gi-Oh. I love teaching people, and I love Yu-Gi-Oh. And combining the two is just great.
Yeah, like I mentioned at the start of the stream, when like back in high school, I basically set myself to I'm going to learn a popular card game, be it Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, or Pokemon. I gave Yu-Gi-Oh a try with one of my friends, and it was too complicated for us to figure out. we
That's
did
very fair.
we did figure out Pokemon, but then I also figured out Magic without that other friend, and I liked Magic more than I liked Pokemon, so I had played Magic for a long time. But I figured since you play a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh, you might be the first person I could go to ask how do I even play this game. So there you have it.
I do a lot of that on stream too. I just explain what I'm doing as I do it. So,
Yeah.
hopefully people glean a little bit of knowledge off of that. And I'm not like a expert Yu-Gi-Oh player. I don't have any tops. I have not a thing to my name as far as competitive Yu-Gi-Oh goes. I'm just a person who watches a lot of other people who play competitive Yu-Gi-Oh.
All right. Well,
Yeah. Is it time?
yeah, I think it's a good time to end the stream there. I am a little bit burnt out from all this information being thrown at me.
Yeah, and my throat's going. So.
All right. Okay. Well, is there anyone? Well, first of all, do you have any closing statements you'd like to make?
Is this where I plug things? I have not done a collab before. This is my first one.
Yeah, if you want to plug anything, go ahead.
So go follow me at Thempire Iain on Twitter, and also follow me on Twitch, where I've been streaming my hand this entire time, and I didn't mention it because I didn't want to. I didn't want to. Same thing, Thempire Iain. That's Iain, not Lain, as some people think.
That's the issue with the font, is just
It's true.
every standard font makes a capital I look like a lowercase l.
Fonts that do that are my mortal enemies.
Yeah.
I will eventually abolish them all.
I mean, hey, I have a lot of people call me Haruhaze because my first name is a Japanese word, and therefore my last name must also be Japanese, probably.
Yeah. But yeah. Also, again, shout out to the Dinosaur Discord for my awesome Dino deck, which is up on my Twitter, not Twitter, bleh, on my Twitch right now. You can see it. If you go to the VOD, you can see the full deck list. It's pretty fucking sweet. And yeah, I think that's everything from me.
Well, this has been my lovely friend Iain, who I just can't say enough about how much I love them. But
I love you too, Haru.
yeah, so as for me, tomorrow I have just like a regular Crusader King stream. Thursday, however, I'm doing another collab with, this will be my first collab with Nura Shiny, and Impish Nerd. So I'll be playing with both of them.
Anyone in my chat, anyone that's in my chat and not Haru's, make sure you subscribe to Haru Hayes on Twitter and Twitch.
And same goes for everyone in my chat that's not following Iain. But yeah, we'll be playing Talisman, which is a fun game that I've not played in years. And it turns out there's been a shitload of DLC since last time I played it.
Oh hell yeah, lots of stuff to explore.
Yeah. So yeah, that's on Thursday. But with that, Should we find someone to raid?
Yeah. Cabbage is streaming.
Mm-hmm.
I see that. Coffee Puddles is streaming.
Mm-hmm.
Ladris is streaming. That's not someone you would know, though. That they're not a VTuber. There's someone I met very early on before I was a
Oh.
VTuber.
Well, let's go with Cabbage.
All right. Let me set up. The bitrate suddenly tanking. Good thing we're ending. All right, it's all set up.
Mm-hmm. All right.
All right. Yeah. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
And use
Thank
the
you
kind
all
others.
for coming to watch us.
And get your game on.
And before we go, I need to remind everyone I have a raid message. It's Haru Hugs. There you go. All right, let's go raid Cabbage.
Bye.
And there we go.
They'll probably have to like. Is there a
And let me
way to
fire
change
mine off
things
and then end
so
stream.
I don't fucking